Let's give it up for Boo-Town! I just always want to say, let's give it up for Boo-Town! Okay. Here we go. This piece is called, let's raise the line. This piece is called Pre-Emptive Strike. In the spring of 2008, I studied abroad in Vienna, Austria. As is typical for any young American abroad, my friends and I had a penchant for exploring and experiencing all the local culture that we could find. This proclivity for trying anything and going anywhere is what led us to a nightclub that was particularly popular among the hip, young 20-something crowd of the city. The club is called Club Empire. Now, as my memory serves, this was a monster of a club. 3 stories, fog dispensers, strobe lights, projectors, blaring techno house music, the works. On this particular night, the theme was Mexican Fiesta, which consisted simply of sombreros being passed around the dance floor and €1 tequila shots. Expediency being a priority for bartenders in an establishment such as this, and efficient system was put into place to distribute these bottom dollar shots. All across the bar, empty shot glasses and pitchers of tequila were set up to facilitate quick transactions between the bartenders and their patrons. Now, at this particular point in the story, I think that it's worth noting that the spring of 2008 was also the peak of, was also my peak time and kleptomania stage in life. So, grabbing a full pitcher of tequila and sneaking off with it to a corner with my 4 other friends was not that big of a deal when it came to any moral qualms that may have arisen. Fast forwarding about 45 minutes, the pitcher is now empty. The largest percentage of it having been drunk by my friend, let's call him Dan, for the sake of the story. After a few minutes, Dan understandably starts to get a little queasy. Feeling the need to purge himself quickly, he sprints to the bathroom. Upon entering, he sees both of the urinals occupied and one of the 2 stall doors closed and locked. Running to the unlocked stall, he kicks the door open and proceeds to violently projectile vomit. After several seconds of his best geyser impression, Dan opens his eyes and sees that there is a man sitting there taking a dump. Now listen guys, at this point in the exchange, Dan's mind does start to race a million miles an hour. Time virtually stops and his thought process goes something like this. Oh shit. I just ralphed over this guy who's taking a dump. And at any second he's going to realize what's going on. He's not going to be happy. That he's covered in half-digested wiener schnitzel with his pants around his ankles. He's gonna be pissed off. He's gonna want to beat me up, I'm sure. I don't want to get beat up with this shit-stained Austrian. How do I keep myself from getting beat up? I know. I'm going to beat him up first. Time resumes in Dan's head. So, a split second after he finishes bombing all over Hans Bergendorfer, Dan winds up and decks him as hard as he can in the face, sending him careening over the toilet and onto the floor. Pants still down around his ankles. Dan turns around and runs out as fast as he can, obviously. He grabs all of us, pulls us out of the club with him, and we all run away as fast as we can, never to return again. That's it.